Growing older is a journey filled with lessons, joys, hardships, and wisdom. With age comes experience and a deeper understanding of life. But sometimes, as we grow older, we unknowingly develop certain behaviors and habits that aren't necessarily harmful in intention, but can make others feel awkward, disconnected, or uncomfortable. These habits are often left unspoken. Why? Because people don't want to offend. They don't want to seem ungrateful, or they feel it's not their place to comment. But the truth is, unaddressed behaviors can silently erode relationships. So in today's video, we're going to talk about those ugly habits in old age that no one talks about but absolutely should. Not to shame or blame, but to gently bring awareness, spark self-reflection, and encourage positive change. Because aging gracefully is not just about the body. It's about our behavior and how we impact others emotionally. Let's begin with the first one. 1. Constant complaining. Why it happens. Older adults often deal with chronic pain, health issues, limited mobility, loss of friends, or financial worries. These are real and valid concerns. However, some seniors fall into a cycle where every conversation becomes an outlet for venting frustrations. How it affects others. Even the most compassionate family members can feel emotionally drained when every interaction feels like a list. This habit can cause people, especially younger family members, to distance themselves, even subconsciously. Solutions. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you're thankful for every morning. It shifts the brain's focus from lack to abundance. Therapeutic outlets. Consider therapy or senior support groups, where you can share openly with others who relate. Balance conversations. Try to include at least one positive topic or question when talking to others. Instead of saying everything hurts and no one cares, try it's been a tough week with my knees, but I'm really grateful you called. 2. Unfiltered criticism. Why it happens. Some seniors feel they've earned the right to speak freely after a lifetime of holding back. Others may be unaware that their tone comes across as judgmental or harsh. How it affects others. Blunt or hurtful comments, even if well-intentioned, can push people away. Remarks like "you've gained weight" or "you're raising your kids wrong" are often internalized as disrespect. Solutions. Pause and ask, is this helpful or hurtful? Before speaking, use the sandwich method. Say something positive, then the criticism gently, then another positive note. Accept differences. The world has changed, and what worked in your day may not apply now, and that's okay. Instead of saying, "You're wasting money on that," say, "I wouldn't have done it that way, but I'm curious what made you choose it." 3. Living only in the past. Why it happens. As memory of the present fades or becomes less eventful, the past feels more vivid and meaningful. It becomes a safe zone. How it affects others. While storytelling is powerful, repeatedly reliving the same stories or constantly comparing the present to the past can create emotional distance, especially with younger generations. Solutions. Ask questions. Stay curious about your children or grandchildren's lives. Engage in hobbies. Try something new: gardening, painting, even technology, to stay connected to the present. Limit nostalgia traps. Instead of "things were better back then," say "we had our way, and now there's a new way, let's explore it together." Try asking what's going on at school these days, or what's a trend people your age are into right now. 4. Being stubborn and resistant to change. Why it happens. With age, change can feel threatening. It disrupts comfort zones and routines built over decades. How it affects others. Loved ones may feel helpless or frustrated when a senior refuses necessary help or support. This can lead to safety concerns and tension in the relationship. Solutions. Try small changes. Instead of saying no immediately, agree to try something for a week. Talk through fear. Be honest about why you resist. Is it fear of losing independence or fear of the unknown? Ask for involvement. Involve family in decision-making to feel empowered, not controlled. If someone suggests a walker, don't say, "I don't need it." Say let's try it for a week and see if it helps. 5. Oversharing medical details. Why it happens. Health becomes a dominant part of life in old age, and sharing health updates may feel like a natural part of conversation. How it affects others. Graphic details about surgeries, bodily functions, or test results may make others uncomfortable, especially during meals or casual settings. Solutions. Gauge the audience. Ask yourself if the person is equipped emotionally to hear this. Keep it brief. Say I've had some health stuff lately, but I'm managing. How about you? Find safe spaces. Share detailed info with your doctor, spouse, or a close friend who has shown genuine interest. 6. Emotional dependency and guilt tripping. Why it happens. Loneliness, isolation, and loss of independence can create emotional needs that are hard to manage. How it affects others. Calling excessively, expecting daily visits, or making comments like, "You never have time for me," can guilt loved ones, damaging their mental health and the bond you share. Solutions. Develop your own routine. Engage in group activities, online learning, or local clubs. Set communication schedules. Have agreed-upon days or times for calls. Express feelings without blame. Say I miss you instead of you never come. Instead of you've abandoned me. Say, I know you're busy, I'd love to catch up when you can. 7. Gossiping and spreading negativity. Why it happens. Some seniors fall into gossip as a social pastime. It can feel like a bonding tool, but often at someone else's expense. How it affects others. Gossip erodes trust and makes people fearful of confiding in you. Solutions. Be the listener, not the repeater. If someone tells you something, respect their privacy. Change the subject. If gossip starts, say let's talk about something more positive. Model kindness. Share positive news instead of rumors. 8. Clinging to stereotypes and outdated beliefs. Why it happens. Beliefs and social norms from decades ago may no longer apply but can remain deeply ingrained. How it affects others. Insensitive comments about race, gender identity, or modern parenting styles can alienate loved ones and create deep hurt even if it's unintentional. Solutions. Stay informed. Read articles, watch shows, or attend community discussions that explain modern values. Ask, don't assume. If you don't understand something, ask respectfully. Accept that language evolves. What was okay in 1960 may not be acceptable now, and that's part of progress. Instead of saying people are too sensitive now, say help me understand what's different about this generation. 9. Refusing help out of pride. Why it happens. Accepting help can feel like admitting weakness or losing control. How it affects others. It causes stress for caregivers who want to help but are met with resistance. It can also put your own health at risk. Solutions. Focus on teamwork. Accept help as a form of collaboration, not dependence. Let go of ego. Strength comes from recognizing limits, not pretending they don't exist. Reframe it. Instead of I'm a burden, think I'm giving someone a chance to show love. 10. Dominating conversations. Why it happens. Many seniors feel a need to share their stories or wisdom. Others may feel they don't get enough attention. How it affects others. Talking over people or not giving space to others' views can shut down communication. People, especially the younger generation, may feel unheard and disrespected. Solutions. Practice active listening. Ask open-ended questions and wait for full answers. Take turns. Pause and say, what do you think? Value their stories too. Just as you want to be heard, so do they. Say that reminds me of something, but I want to hear more about your experience first. 11. Taking kindness for granted. Why it happens. Sometimes, as we grow older, we expect others, especially younger family members, to help us without question. Over time, we may stop saying thank you or forget to show appreciation. How it affects others. People who love you may feel unappreciated or used. They may start feeling that nothing they do is ever enough. This creates silent resentment, even if they never say it. Solutions: always say thank you, even for small things like bringing a glass of water. Surprise others by doing something nice in return. A kind note, a phone call, or even a warm smile. Remind them how much their help means to you. Example: I really appreciate how you always check on me. It means the world to me. 12. Being overly suspicious or distrustful. Why it happens. Some seniors become very suspicious of others' intentions, thinking everyone is out to cheat them, lie to them, or take advantage. How it affects others. Constant doubts or accusations can hurt the people who are trying to help. It creates a wall of mistrust that pushes loved ones away. Solutions: give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't assume the worst unless there's a real reason. Talk openly. If you feel unsure, ask kindly instead of accusing. Understand that not everyone is the same. Some people are genuinely trying to help. Example: instead of saying I know you're hiding something, say can you explain this to me? I feel confused. 13. Talking only about illness and death. Why it happens. As we age, health concerns and thoughts about mortality become more frequent. It's natural, but talking too often about death, sickness, or funerals can become overwhelming to others. How it affects others. Younger people, especially children and grandchildren, may feel anxious, sad, or avoid spending time with you because the conversation always turns dark. Solutions: share stories of hope, love, and humor too. Limit how often you talk about illness unless someone asks. Find joy in small things: birds, music, good food, or old memories. Example: instead of saying I'm probably dying soon, say I want to make the most of today. Let's enjoy together. 14. Acting like you're always right. Why it happens. With years of experience, many elders feel confident in their views and decisions, but this can lead to ignoring other people's ideas. How it affects others. It makes loved ones feel small and heard, or like their opinions don't matter, especially your children or grandchildren. Solutions: say that's an interesting point, instead of you don't know anything. Be open to learning even from younger people. Admit when you don't know something. It shows wisdom, not weakness. Example: I've never thought of it that way, tell me more. 15. Comparing grandchildren or family members. Why it happens. Sometimes, without thinking, we say things like your cousin is smarter, or your sister visits more often. But these words can hurt deeply. How it affects others. No one likes to feel second best. Constant comparison creates jealousy, guilt, and distance between family members. Solutions: appreciate each person for who they are. Praise effort, not competition. Keep comparisons out of conversations. Example: I love how you always listen when we talk. That means more to me than you know. Conclusion: aging is a privilege, but growing old with grace takes effort. These habits, while common, can be improved with awareness, humility, and a willingness to grow emotionally. Don't be discouraged if you recognized yourself in any of these points. We all have blind spots. The real strength lies in acknowledging them and making adjustments. Remember, how we age affects not just our own lives, but the lives of those who care for us, love us, and walk beside us. Let's commit to becoming better listeners, more compassionate companions, and more self-aware individuals. Because aging beautifully isn't about hiding wrinkles, it's about opening hearts. If this video spoke to you, please leave a comment and share it with someone who may benefit from hearing this message. Hit the like button, subscribe Timeless Truths, and stay tuned for more honest, respectful conversations about aging, relationships, and living well at every stage of life. Until next time, take care of yourself and those who care for you.